y'all. Welcome to the Skintrovert. I'm your host, Sam Bazile. And before we get into today's topic, I want to tell y'all a little story because I'm a little bit under the weather. I've been trying to recover from this California plague that I got. So let me tell you what happened. So I traveled to California for work. I was there for a week, felt great while I was there. But of course, the day before we're supposed to fly out, come back home, I start feeling this little tickle in my throat. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And sure enough, by Friday, travel day, I was sick. Okay, like sick. The best way I can explain it, because when I say I had a sore throat, I think people think it's like strep sore throat. It was not. Like, it felt like someone was like had punched me repeatedly in the throat. It was that kind of sore. Like my actual outside of my throat just felt sore. I lost my voice, couldn't talk. I just felt so much pressure in my head. But I only ran a low-grade fever that one day and then nothing after that. So it's definitely like a respiratory kind of like funk. Well, when I got home, I just did not feel good. And I was nervous that I was going to like give either like COVID or the flu to my husband or my boys. So I took a test and tested negative. I even waited a couple days later just to make sure I wasn't testing early, and I tested again. No, negative. So I call it the California plague, but it must be like that mystery illness that everyone is like talking about. And I am now, y'all, I think I'm almost 2 weeks in and still suffering from this stuff. I wanted to make sure I recorded this in the morning because by the time I hit like late afternoon, it's like my voice is hit. So I don't know what this is. I don't know how to get well other than to just stay my behind at home. But if any of you guys have like experienced this mystery illness and you have some options for treatment, let me know. Because I will tell y'all, it's Valentine's Day today. Actually, that's the day that I'm recording. And I'm supposed to be in New Orleans doing all the touristy stuff in my hometown. I'm so sad I missed it. So my husband, I love him so much. He planned this amazing like Valentine's Day getaway. He booked this hotel called Hotel Peter Paul in New Orleans. Adorable. Like, I'm going to have to post some pictures. So if y'all are ever on my Instagram, I'll put it up there. But the hotel was exceptional. He also booked this like candlelight concert. I could have done without that. That was boring. I have ADD, so I can't sit still for long times. And it was just like slow music and I couldn't really see the person. Then I tried to take out my phone and they were like, no phone. And so I was just like, oh, this isn't really my jam. So that was like kind of a whatever. But that night we kind of just walked around New Orleans, and I'm from New Orleans. I just don't live there anymore. And I haven't been like touristy in hometown in a long time. And I hate to admit it because I love New Orleans. I love everything about New Orleans, the culture, the people. It really is like, if you've never been to New Orleans, like this is my invitation. Y'all come and come see. It's something that you'll never experience anywhere in the world. So there's my pitch. So you understand why I'm so sad, because I got out there Thursday. We did the concert. I walked around New Orleans a little bit. I didn't really do a whole lot. Like I felt minimal. Came home. I did not feel bad at all Thursday. Boom. Friday hit me like a ton of bricks. I felt like I was right back to where I was when I flew home from California. So I'm like, still like, yuck. So we came home. My husband was like, I don't want you having to like stay in bed in a hotel. So we came home. I missed the opportunity. And that's why when I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what? I feel okay in the mornings. I still have my voice, but it's like the more the day progresses, it goes. So again, if y'all know what this is or how the hell I can get it out of my body, let me know. Because I've been doing all the things like what we're going to talk about today, and I'm still on the struggle bus. So enough about me. You guys are here for something else. So let's talk about it. All right. We have a topic today that is very important. And I feel like if you need a pulse, you need it. Okay. But before I tell you what this is, let me ask you a question. Are you investing in expensive skincare like growth factors, exosomes, peptides maybe? Are you investing in expensive skin treatments like lasers, peels, microneedling? Are you? Well, if you are, would you be mad at me if I said you're wasting your money? I bet you would be, because none of that stuff is cheap. But I'm going to tell you right now, you are wasting your money if you're not using antioxidants daily. If you're going to invest your money in good treatments and pricier skincare, then you better make sure you're doing everything you can at home to maintain those results and keep your skin healthy. And that is exactly what antioxidants are going to do. You need them. They're a must-have. And you want to know why? I know you do because you're here today. So I'm going to tell you. So let's first start with why the body and the skin needs antioxidants. Well, it's a little problem called free radical damage. Free radicals are something that are formed when you're exposed to environmental aggressors, things like sun, pollution, smoke. And we got a lot of that here in Louisiana, all right? And don't think you can just hermit inside, like, yeah, I'm going to just stay inside and not do the things to fight it. No, you can't, okay? Besides environmental aggressors, you can also have free radical damage from stress, poor sleep habits, poor diets, smoking cigarettes, vaping. I know all y'all nasties are out there vaping, and drinking alcohol. So basically, if you're out there enjoying life, having a good time, bam, you're going to get it. Okay. Now, a free radical is something that forms when an unstable molecule loses an electron. Then that wild electron, that's a free radical. That free radical left alone is going to cause oxidative stress or cell damage. Whoa, Sam, back it up. That was way too much science. I don't want that. I know. Y'all don't come here for the science. So let me simplify it for all the Sams out there. So here's my analogy. I want you to think of a free radical as like a bull loose in a china shop, okay? That bull is ping-ponging around that china shop in search of stability. And if no one comes to lasso that bull, well, he's going to destroy the china shop. That is what happens when free radicals are not arrested. And what's going to arrest the free radicals or lasso the bull? Antioxidants, friends. That's why you need them. Now, for your skin and your body to stay healthy, you always have to have your cellular DNA protected. So I want you to think about your DNA as the china shop's most prized possession, its most prized piece. So they take that piece and they wrap it in a layer of bubble wrap to protect it. That's going to be your DNA located in the nucleus of the cell, and it's bubble wrapped in a membrane and proteins for protection. Well, when that free radical, aka the bull, is on the loose in the shop, wreaking havoc on everything, after time that bubble wrap is useless. It's going to be destroyed, and the bull will eventually destroy the prized piece, the DNA. This is called oxidative stress or cell damage. So what happens to the skin and body if we never lasso the bull or arrest the free radicals with antioxidants? Well, let's talk skin first. So, want to know what it's going to do to your skin? Just look at your mama. Look at your mama. Look at her mama. So whatever you're genetically predisposed to, whether it's large pores, laxity, wrinkles, pigment disorder, you're going to see these things a whole lot harder and way faster than you should. Basically, you're going to age 10 times faster than you should if you're not lassoing the bull. That's scary, right? And then what about the body? What does it do to the body? Even worse, friends. It's going to cause inflammation, cardiovascular stress, cellular dysfunction. All yuck, no me gusta, okay? So what are some antioxidants for the options for the body and the skin? Well, I'll tell you, for the body, I love glutathione, but I also love vitamin C, vitamin E, polyphenols, and resveratrol. Now, I will tell y'all, I love glutathione because it's like the master antioxidant. And listen, I'm not a body guru, clearly, so I'm just going to say what I feel based on opinion only. I've gotten some like mixed reviews. I've been told, in using it through an IV, like the glutathione through the IV is like the best option because it's just going straight into the stream. When you take these supplements, the stomach lining breaks it down and you don't get, I've heard it all. So I went and I invested. I say invest because it's just pricey, but I invested in the RHO, liposomal glutathione. It's pricey, but I think it works well. And I know it works well because guess what I forgot on my trip? I have been taking this glutathione for months. My husband turned me on to it. And I didn't bring it because it stays in the refrigerator. So I was like, forget it. What's 1 week without it? I think that's why I got sick. So love glutathione. Again, I also like vitamin C for preventions from getting sick too, but it also helps to just get the virus out. So yes, I have been doubling up on the liposomal glutathione. And Friday morning when I woke up, feeling like death is at my door, I got a nurse to come to the hotel room to give me an IV, and I made sure she pumped it up with some glutathione. So hopefully I'll be on the mend soon because your girl got a job. I got work to do, but we'll see. So again, let's not listen to Sam for body health. That's not my realm, okay? But skin is something I do know. So let's stick to that. So what are some antioxidant options that are topical use for skin? Okay. And do we know if they really are working? Well, I'm going to go over a couple. Okay. But there are topical options for antioxidants. So there's vitamin C, there's vitamin A, vitamin E, ferulic acid, niacinamide, otherwise known as B3. There's green tea, resveratrol, CoQ10, botanical polyphenols, and then there's also my fave, glutathione. Okay. So lots of options. But are they all created equal? Or thanks to the TikTok skincare education, everyone needs a vitamin C. Okay, let's dive into that because that is just not true. These TikTok influencers, please don't listen to them for skincare advice. It's annoying. That's not their realm. They were never educated. They had a brand reach out to them and say, will you, advertise for my stuff and I'll pay you or I'll give you free product? They say yes. And then they get on TikTok and tell you how great the product is and how every person who has a pulse needs a vitamin C. And then you got people out there buying vitamin Cs that don't need it. They're breaking out and all kind of crap's happening. So listen. What the TikTok influencers should say is everyone needs an antioxidant. Not everyone needs vitamin C specifically. So vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, yes, it is a wonderful antioxidant option, okay? It also has the ability to brighten the skin. It can break up existing pigment and it supports collagen production. So it's a great antioxidant. But there are some not so great things about it, okay? First of all, it's an unstable molecule. So packaging is very important, okay? When you buy a vitamin C, because they're pricey, you need to ask the person you're purchasing from, hopefully an educated skincare professional, about the package. You need to say, is it in an airless packaging, okay? Is this packaging keeping it protected from light? Otherwise, it's going to oxidize. And then the second you open it, it's oxidized and you're not getting any results from it. So it's too much money to spend on a product that is going to oxidize and just not work, okay? Now, there's also some skin types that are sensitive to it, okay? Particularly acne prone and some rosacea patients. So if you've had a problem with a vitamin C in the past, I would try a vitamin C option that isn't a standalone option. So what I mean is don't purchase like a 10% vitamin C, a 15% vitamin C, or a 20-25%. Those standalone options, they're strong, okay? Instead, try a synergistic formula, ones that have like an ACE blend. Those are great and usually very well tolerated by most skin types, okay? Now, getting off of vitamin C, what's another great option? Vitamin A. Vitamin A is a great antioxidant option for fighting free radical damage, but it also helps boost collagen, boost elastin. It's a great anti-ager, okay? Now, there's different types of vitamin A that we use topically for correction. So things like your retinoic acid, like your tretinoin, your Retin-A, your Tazorac, but also retinaldehyde and retinol. But some skincare products use a mild option for antioxidant properties in their formula, and it's called retinol palmitate. So when you're searching your little skincare ingredients for antioxidant options, when you see that retinol palmitate, yes, that acts as an antioxidant. And I love that antioxidant option for acne-prone skin because we just need all the vitamin A. Now, another option is vitamin E or tocopherol. This can fight free radical damage and protect the cell membrane. That's that bubble wrap that we talked about. It's going to keep it intact. It also supports barrier repair and it can enhance vitamin C when paired together. That's why a lot of times in these formulas, you'll see, vitamin C and E together because they complement each other. It also complements A and E and C. So this is a really great pair for those other antioxidant options. Now, this specific antioxidant, vitamin E, I love for more drier skin, mature skin, compromised barrier. Any of those dry, sensitive types, they do really well with vitamin E. There's another one called ferulic acid, and this isn't my favorite as a standalone antioxidant option, but it's great to stabilize vitamin C and vitamin E, okay? And it also boosts their antioxidant performance. So this might be a great option for someone who has severe premature aging. So think of like Magda from Something About Mary. Yeah, she would do good with ferulic acid added to her antioxidants because she needs an extra boost, okay? All right, another one, niacinamide or B3. This is an antioxidant option that helps to reduce inflammation. It's going to help with strengthening your skin's barrier, and it's going to improve pores and redness. I love this one for acne and rosacea. I would prefer an acne rosacea patient using niacinamide over vitamin C because niacinamide is usually well tolerated in those skin types. Now, glutathione, back to glutathione. You'll be like, girl, she's obsessed with glutathione. I am, because it is a powerful antioxidant and it can also brighten the skin. So if you have pigment issues and you've tried vitamin C in the past and it didn't work out for you, then get you some glutathione. It's going to be a great option for you to try instead. Now, I know that there's lots of skincare people listening and they're going to go, why didn't you talk about this option? And this option is, there's tons of options. I know, okay, but I ain't got all day. I was told that I can only talk 30 minutes or less, or I was going to lose y'all. So I'm only going to stick to the mentionable ones. All right. All right. Now I just shared all of these amazing antioxidants and why we need them. But the truth is, half of y'all listening, you're going to skip your antioxidant. Why? Two reasons: price and results, okay? Skincare gets very pricey, especially good quality options. So everybody's trying to look on what I can get out of here or what I can skip. I get it, okay? Antioxidants can be pricey and they don't give you that instant gratification. So it's easy to leave those out of what your can be, expensive skincare routine. I get it. I'm a smart spender myself. Well, sometimes. I'm sure my husband listening would disagree, but I do remove things if I use them and I don't feel like I can see or feel change. So I'm right there with you. But I would encourage you to reconsider with antioxidants if you're not seeing the wow factor, you don't feel like it's doing anything. Reason is, I want you to think of your antioxidant as like a multivitamin for your skin. Why do you take multivitamins orally? Well, to become strong and healthy. That's how I want you to think of your topical antioxidant, as your skin's multivitamin. So when you wake up and you pop a multivitamin, do you feel great 20 minutes later? You don't. Okay? That's because you're supplementing what you're losing with age or you're deficient in for overall body health and longevity. So think of that the next time you apply your antioxidants. Think of it as supplementing what you're losing with age or you're deficient in for overall skin health and longevity. Right? Makes sense, right? All right. So now you know why you need them. Okay, let me make sure you're applying them correctly, because everyone who does skincare knows application is key. If you're applying differently or layering differently, it could affect overall results. And you're spending your money, you want to make sure you get the results, right? All right, so here we go. Most of your topical antioxidants will get the best bang for your buck in the morning. So get you some extra protection from sun, pollution, smoke, and environmental aggressors by applying your antioxidant in the morning. And if you're extra like me, apply it at night too. Why not? Okay? The more the merrier. The more protection I can get, the merrier. Okay? But if you're trying to preserve your product, like you don't want it to run out fast, you want to keep, just to the bare minimum, then just use it in the morning. Because in my opinion, that is the best option. And now I'm going to say that, okay, about protection. And some of you out there are going to go, oh, well, Sam said that antioxidants give me all the protection I need, so I don't need my sunscreen. You better not, because Sam did not say that. You absolutely still need a sunscreen, okay? Antioxidants are protecting you from free radical damage. Your sunscreen or your SPF is going to protect you from UVA, which is considered the aging ray, and then UVB, which is considered the burning ray that can cause cancer. So you need your SPF. Stop being stingy on that one, okay? That's going to have to be another topic, though. That's a long topic. I would love to go into sunscreens and the protections and why we need it and dive into that, because there's some controversy out there. It's in the TikTok world, people saying that, actually the sun is not the cancer causer. It's the skincare. Y'all don't just wait. I got something brewing for those people, okay? But for now, I got to let you go. Okay, because I got a bunch of ADHD listeners and they say that y'all can't hang, but I get it because I'm an ADHD host and I can't focus either. So I'm gonna let y'all go for now, okay? I truly hope that today you learned something new, because that is always the goal here at the Skintrovert. And you know the drill. Do you disagree with me? Do you agree? Do you want to give me some constructive feedback? Well, if so, you can email me directly at skintrovertsam.com, or you can reach out on all social media platforms at the Skintrovert. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. You should definitely keep an eye out on my website for some fun Skintrovert merch. It's coming soon. Yay. See, I'm listening to y'all. Okay, I don't just talk, I listen too. All right. Okay, y'all, don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review of Fled, and I think that covers it. All right, guys, until next time, bye. Think of the Skintrovert as your aesthetics roundtable, not a training manual. This podcast is for professional education and discussion. It's not medical advice. Your scope of practice matters, regulations vary, and your license always leads. To continue the conversation, follow the Skintrovert on Apple, Spotify, or any platform that you listen to your podcast.